Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Vicky and I have been living in Shanghai for the last 4 years since June 2016. In this video, I would like to share with you the cost of living in Shanghai, the most expensive city in China, and how much I spend in a month. I have worked and lived in many different countries and different cities around the world. Taipei, Hong Kong, New York, and Canada. Surprisingly for me, Shanghai happens to be the most comfortable city for me to live in, at least for the last 4 years. So in this video, I am breaking down the cost of living into 6 different categories: rent, utilities, transportation, groceries, and eating out, miscellaneous. I currently pay 5,500 yuan a month for my apartment. My apartment is 38 square meter, located nearby Shanghai Middle Road Station, super central convenient location for the central street of Shanghai, which is a little bit like Fifth Avenue in New York. So this is actually a very good price I got. I also looked on my real estate agency's WeChat moment and found pictures for other similar apartments. If you're looking for something bigger, the price for a 2-bedroom apartment in high-rise building in Jing'an district would range from 15,000 to 23,000 yuan. Depends on the location and condition of the apartment. Utilities. The utilities in Shanghai is not expensive at all. I set up my Alipay to auto-pay my utility bills every month automatically, so I actually don't really look at my bills often. But here is how much I spend for the last 12 months. The electricity bill is more expensive during the winter because of heating. Water bill comes every 2 months. I paid 27.6 yuan for the month of August and September last year in 2020. And I paid 20.7 yuan for the month of October and November. On average, I pay 12 yuan per month for water. For my phone in Shanghai, it's actually bundled with my Wi-Fi connection in my apartment, because I just moved into my new apartment and my new apartment doesn't come with Wi-Fi. So I just got a great deal, bundle them together. So my phone bill plus the monthly Wi-Fi connection cost 169 yuan per month. My phone number comes with 5G connection. It includes 40 gigabyte data and 800 minutes of talking hours, which I don't usually use that much. Text and SMS will cost extra, but I also don't use that much. Mostly I just use WeChat and sometimes other internet functions. So compared to T-Mobile in the US, the cost of one line, which means one phone number, costs around $60 a month and plus tax and other fees. But if you get 4 lines, you would pay $26 a month per line. So comparison, I think it's not really expensive in China for the mobile phones. Compared to Taiwan, however, because I grew up in Taiwan, although I haven't lived there for the last 10 years, phone bills in Taiwan, if you want unlimited 5G connections, it could go pretty expensive compared to the salary in Taiwan. The 5G unlimited data plan in Taiwan costs minimum Taiwan dollar 1,399 to 2,699 Taiwan dollar, which is quite expensive. Okay, I feel like there is just so much about 5G that I can talk about, so maybe I'll put it in another video if anyone's interested. So on average, I pay 131 yuan per month for electricity, 15 yuan per month for gas, 13 yuan per month for water, and 169 yuan for the package I got for my phone bill and Wi-Fi connections at home. Transportation! In 1997, almost 15 years ago, Shanghai stopped issuing new license plates for new motorcycle. So I got this cute Vespa-like scooter for my ex-colleague for 1,200 yuan, which is how I travel around the city. If it's raining or if I'm going somewhere further, like more than 5 kilometers away from my house, I will either get a taxi or take a metro in Shanghai. And it costs 1 yuan to charge for 3 hours and 2 yuan to charge for 6 hours. 6 hours charging can allow me to go for 30 kilometers on my scooter. I noticed the battery goes much faster during the winter time, maybe because of the temperature, but it goes much slower, so maybe I could ride for 40 kilometers with 2 hours charging in summer. So this is a little bit like Tesla, right? Another convenient transportation tool is the shared bike. One single use of the shared bike costs 1.5 yuan for the first 15 minutes and 1 yuan for every 15 minutes after that. There's also a monthly pass, costs 14.9 yuan per month, which will allow unlimited access for up to 2 hours maximum each time. You just use the app to scan the QR code, unlock the bike, and return the bike on any parking space on the street after you arrived in your destination. The monthly pass also allows you to ride in other cities all around China, so it's super convenient and eco-friendly. The Shanghai metro is super convenient as well. Compared to subways in New York, Shanghai subway is way more cleaner and super affordable. Single journey ticket price starts from 2 yuan, and the same price goes for the bus. Taxi price in Shanghai is not expensive either. Taxi price in Shanghai starts from 14 yuan or 16 yuan, depends on which kind of taxi that you take. One with bigger but, the bigger car seat would cost 16 yuan. But overall, it's the same. For example, taxi fare from Pudong Airport to my apartment in city center usually costs around 150 yuan for the distance of 35 kilometers. The same distance, if I take a taxi in New York, that would cost about $68. And you have to pay tips on top of that. In China, there's also a taxi hailing app called DiDi. I used to work with DiDi as their marketing consultant for the expat market. DiDi is the biggest taxi hailing app in China, just like Uber in US. They're working really hard to provide a safe service for foreigners in China to make traveling easier. You can use the DiDi app to get a car to go anywhere and chat with the driver via the app with its auto translation feature in the chat room. I will put the link down below in my description if you want to know more about DiDi. Since I travel around the city mostly with my electrical scooter, I only use DiDi when it's raining or when I go somewhere too far, or I will use the metro. So in 2020, for the whole year, I spent 2,542 yuan on DiDi and 50 yuan on charging my scooter, spent 28.5 yuan on shared bike, which comes to 218 yuan a month. One thing is I did travel quite a lot despite the pandemic in 2020. I traveled to other cities in China such as Guangdong, Yunnan, and Sanya. So that's actually including my transportation from the airport of Shanghai to the other airport of the other cities that I go to. Groceries! Grocery! I spend about 800 yuan per month on groceries. I usually have breakfast and cook dinner at home, and I have lunch outside. For example, how much I spent on my recent trip to the veggie store nearby my apartment. So I got this is glass noodle, a tofu. I got 2 pairs. My mom told me this will be good for making kimchi. Some broccoli, mushroom. All these vegetable, tofu, and a pack of glass noodle cost me 37 yuan. Now you might wonder how much it would cost me to go out and have a nice lunch and maybe have a drink with my friends. This dog-friendly bistro, Mocha Bros, it's my go-to restaurant in Shanghai if I want to enjoy some lunchtime with my dog Yo-Yo. Today I ordered half shrimp salad and half beef sandwich. This combo is 79 yuan. So half and half is 79. Latte is 29 kwai. So total is 108 yuan. Yummy. A cup of latte from a nice Italian-style coffee shop costs between 30 to 38 yuan. You can get 5 yuan discount if you bring your own mug. You can also get a latte in the Family Mart for 12 yuan. And it's actually not that bad of a coffee. Don't forget to ask for extra shot, which is free. One thing about Shanghai is that there are always cheaper options if you want to have a more budget-friendly lifestyle. One baozi will only cost you 3.5 yuan. You can probably even get a 2 yuan baozi if you go to a local shop. And the portion of xiaolongbao will cost you about 13 yuan. Noodle is around 20 to 30 yuan in noodle shop. Drinks. The price of the drinks in Shanghai, I would say it's quite affordable compared to price in Shanghai or New York. In New York, in the US, you have to always tip. You have to tip the waitress, you have to tip the taxi driver, takeaway guy, delivery guy who delivers your pizza. Sometimes the delivery fee, maybe it's more than what you order your pizza for. In Shanghai, tipping, it's not necessary. Actually, most of the times, we don't tip. You can get a 600ml bottle local beer brand like Tsingtao from a convenience store for less than 10 yuan. And imported commercial beer like Heineken costs pretty much the same price. 1 pint of craft beer on tap in the bar costs around 50 yuan. 1 glass of house wine is around 35 yuan. And the miscellaneous. So, I just had a haircut and I went to a pretty nice hair salon. This is my new haircut. In that hair salon, it cost me 192 yuan after discount. But last time I go to this family style salon in an alley and it only cost me 30 yuan to cut my hair, including shampoo and blow dry. In summary, my monthly expenses so far: rent 5,500, utility 328 yuan, transportation 218 yuan per month, groceries 800 yuan per month. Eating out and takeaway is about 1,500 yuan. Miscellaneous is about 2,000 yuan. So in total, my monthly expense comes to a little bit over 10,000 yuan per month. In conclusion, I think in China or even in Shanghai, if you want to live on a budget, you could definitely do that. Like, I could definitely cut my expenses down to, let's say, 8,000 yuan, including the rent. Before I come to China, I thought Shanghai or China one of the more cheaper options in regards of cities to live in Asia. But I was wrong. But after living in Shanghai for 4 years, here's what I can tell you. Compared to New York and Hong Kong, you can have higher quality of life. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like this video in the button and check out the description down below. Bye!